Alrighty, welcome to the Extreme World Racing League Formula One season finale here in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Interlagos, Autodromo Jose Carlos Paz. It's going to be a great night tonight. 3rd and 7th are still up for grabs in the point standings this evening, and we shall see how it'll play out tonight. Season finale here from Brazil. Got 6 drivers coming on out. Adrian makes a return. And yeah, let's get ready to head on down to qualifying.
Rain. What is that?
You want rain?
It always has a little spice.
You want to fucking out there stub your toe in the morning.
So for Nathan to take second or 3rd points, Nate would have to win. No big deal for Nate.
Light work.
Light work, light work. And RJ is close enough where he just has to finish 2nd. Wait. He might actually need 2nd and fastest lap to tie. The RJ would need 2nd and fastest lap to get Mal in points. As for Steven right now, he is the mark for 7th in the point standings. But if Steven were to not score points tonight, and Dylan gets 12, which would be a 4th place finish, they would tie. Or if Steven were to finish 4th or worse and Dylan were to win, Dylan would overtake Steven for 7th in points. Adrian, you can only move up 1 spot in points tonight.
Alright.
And you would need to finish, well, 8th or better. So in your case, just finish, and you will overtake many things. So Dylan will set the fastest lap on the day, a 1:11.870. As the times will come rolling in, and Reese will be just looking for his 16th victory on the season. Steven goes top of the charts at a 1:10.436. Adrian comes across the stripe. It's a 1:15.5. I'd imagine that was just an out lap or a prep lap for Adrian. We'll have Nathan coming across the stripe. He'll go 2nd quickest at a 1:11.203. We'll catch up with Reese and RJ.
Should I settle up or no? Should I settle up, yes or no?
Up to you, man.
Nate, quick.
What?
You're wrong quick enough. Oh, pit speed's there.
What are those ugly ass rims on RJ's car?
You should settle up Reese, but in reverse.
I could.
Adrian will go up to 3rd at a 1:11.297. Steven heads back into the pit. So it's only a just under a 10th difference between 2nd and 3rd, and RJ will abort the lap. It's a steamer 1:14.8. Oh yeah, pit speed way down there, Dylan. You have a long time to get to road speed here. So the first round of qualifying is done and dusted. First set of timed laps. Now there's Adrian will head back into the pit lane. It'll be Reese heading back out there. RJ's gonna go at it again. So nearly wipe out on the exit curbing there to turn 12. Ooh. The Senna S catches out RJ there, so
Miami just lost.
Fraud franchise.
Fraud.
I mean, yeah. When the weather gets cold, were they gonna be able to play physical football? So Reese is out here on the softs, going at it again. Nathan has made his way out for an out lap. Adrian as well. So Nathan starting a timed lap here. We're gonna catch up with. No, we won't. RJ's on a cooldown lap. He is giving a couple goes. Adrian on an out lap. And so Nathan is going to abort the lap and have to go at it again. If he has the ERS to do so, he's going to go for it now. Adrian. Working his way now on the far side of the lap. And so Adrian that also took a prep lap, so here he goes now.
Fuck.
Everyone's struggling to string together the perfect lap. As for Reese, he keeps finding the pit lane on his on his timed lap. The rest of them, this track is catching people out. Nathan missing a shift there. Let's bring it on down.
That's how I feel right now.
So for Adrian taking multiple setup laps now, finally starting the time lap, Adrian is. RJ out here on an out lap as well, Steven on an out lap. Oh, really pushing into that corner there in sector 2. Out of turn number 12, Adrian now up the hill. Into the stripe. Adrian bringing the heat to come across the stripe. It'll be top of the charts at a 1:10.419. That is provisional pole. And now Steven out here in the timed lap. RJ giving a go at it here. And to the stripe, RJ! He will go top of the charts at a 1:10.138. Does Steven have a response after being knocked off provisional pole? We got a heater here from Steven to come across the stripe. It'll be a 1:09.960. And provisional pole will change hands 3 times in 1 minute. Dylan coming back down the pit lane on his out lap, and Nathan trying to go at it now. Starting to see that everyone likes Brazil. Who doesn't, man? This is a great track.
There's a reason, right? It was the last track of the year for a long time.
And so Nathan on the far side of the course working on timed lap here. Steven giving her another go as Nathan out of turn number 12. Getting all he can. Nathan will go. He will stay fourth quickest at a 1:10.595, but really competitive for the top 4. Steven trying to prove upon his lap here in the heart of the second sector. And so out of turn number 12, Steven will climb the hill. Getting all he can there on the cut. Steven comes across the stripe. He goes fast there at a 109.845. Then the heaters keep coming. As RJ will now put on an outlap. Steven will call it there. And he will lock in that 109.8. Either he was very happy or very frustrated with that 109.8, but a lap to open the gap up to provisional pole. And so RJ gonna give it a go. Is anyone else gonna make it out on the track? Or are those laps set in stone? Only about 80 seconds left. If someone's going to come around and do another lap, they've got to go now. As RJ works out at turn number 5. This is going to be it. He's going to be the last lap of the session. Way wide. He's probably going to abort the lap here. He's going to have to recharge whatever he can. He's got about 30 seconds now to try to go for it one more time. And this is it for RJ. This is going to be the lap. It either goes or it doesn't. It's going to be close. Any last push up the hill for RJ. A little bit of a sloppy turn 12. Any pull. Down the straightaway. Going to give it his all. And he will not improve. He shot at a 110.2. And so for the second time this season, Steven will get a provisional or a pole position. Last one was at Qatar. And so Steven, RJ, Adrian, Nate, Dylan, and Reese, the 6. We're ready to go here. As we're going to wait and see what kind of lap times, what kind of 104s Reese is going to run in the race here.
Ain't that the goddamn truth?
So, Third in the
Alright.
standings is up for grabs. RJ has to get second and fastest lap to tie, and would get the tiebreaker with the victory. For Nathan, he would have to win to take third in the standings. Here we go, getting ready for the season finale here from Brazil. And racing will commence from Sao Paulo. Steven and RJ side by side into the first corner. And Steven will clear on through. It is a fight behind between Adrian and Reese. Has already gone up to fourth. Side by side for the top spot. RJ up the inside. RJ will take the top spot going into turn 4. Everyone sideways as Adrian goes around. The other 5 keep it going for the most part. A little bit of a bobble there mid-corner for Steven as he tries to claw back on RJ. So RJ trying to get the area advantage. A big slide there to turn 12. And also for Nathan, who nearly goes around. He'll let Dylan go on through. And so it's RJ who leads Steven, Reese the top 3. Dylan, Nate, 4th and 5th. Adrian, 6th. They work their way down. Vasena S. And Nathan has already made easy work back on Dylan. And now Steven close there to RJ. Now Reese trying to take a peek. Side by side. 3 of them under a blanket. Reese trying to find a spot through. Steven trying to defend well there in the middle while also trying to put the pressure on RJ. Side by side then for second. Reese up high and Steven trying to fall in line as Reese sets the fastest lap. Steven still hanging there side by side. Through 2 and now Reese gets cleared up to second. And now Reese there all over the gearbox of RJ. Reese takes a look to the inside. RJ locks up, opening up the door. They'll be side by side. RJ's going to have the preferred line here through turn 11. Go to park the bus there in front of Reese. Reese trying to cut to the inside. Side by side up the hill. And Reese to the top spot. Reese will take over the lead here at Brazil, but RJ comes back with the slipstream to DRS. And RJ will lead back at the stripe. Steven gets on through for second. And it's an absolute dogfight for the top position. RJ going defensive. Steven with the DRS. Steven will go on through to the lead now. And now Reese trying to get second. He does. And now who gets the better run here out of turn number 12? It's a great run then for Reese. So RJ finds himself a little ways back. Side by side across the stripe. Reese gets his first lap led. They'll go side by side into turn 1. And Steven fights it to Vanel. Reese losing traction there in turn number 1. Now RJ closes the gap to put himself back into the mix, but those mediums starting to already fall off a little bit. Out of turn 12 once again, as Adrian will get past Dylan for 5th. Oh, did they come together there on the front straightaways? Reese gets on past Steven. RJ hits the pit lane. And Steven really closes the gap there into Senna S. So RJ fits on some hard. Steven now, he's going to try to stay with Reese here through the middle portion of the lap. And this is going to be the test here. They work their way out of 11 down to 12. Is Reese going to break that 1 second threshold? It's going to have to be a monster exit here from Steven. And that DRS detection is over 1 second. The boost of Slipstream is going to have to do the heavy lifting here. And fastest lap for Reese to just add insult to injury. It's a 1:12 there on the hards. Under a second now for Steven. Could have DRS this time. And the rear wing does open up. Well, a valiant fight. That might be all she wrote in this lead battle. Reese opens up his lead to 2 seconds on Steven. And from there we find Nate, who had a big slide early. And himself 8.6 seconds back. Then Adrian, who had the half spin out of turn number 4, is now in 4th. Dylan, who had a big moment, finds himself in 5th. Both of them on the mediums, Adrian and Dylan. We'll see how long they seek that out. And then RJ's just fitted on some hards. Find themselves 24 seconds back of Reese. And that's really the battle there. Let's see if the differing strategy will prevail. To 112.467 for Reese out in front of the field. As far as for RJ here, he's going to have to ensure he legs out second here. And then to take over third in the standings, it's going to have to find a spot to get fastest lap on the day. As far as the gap between the two strategies, staying at 25.5 seconds, so RJ hanging in there. For Steven, he is dropped off a little bit now, down to 6 seconds back, and could potentially be falling into the clutches of Nate. Soon Nate was dealing with the oil slick last week.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah,
Oh, found it.
Yeah, there's some oil. Oh! Be careful. There's some oil.
There's
Where's the oil at, Nate?
oil.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh, is that?
Someone's leaking. Someone's leaking.
Oh, no.
I was leaking oil. But these cars are usually built pretty airtight, so if someone's leaking oil, that is a massive engineering failure.
Well, I'm in an Audi, so that might explain it.
Yep. That.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
there it is.
Always got to be that one.
No, Reese, you should share that top spot, homie. Get me on that all-time wins list for a second time.
Never been on it?
I said second time.
He's been
I've been on it once.
like once. He won a Project
Once for the
Cars
rally
race.
cross race. Y'all doubted me that day. That was fucking great.
Battle for 5th. As RJ will get past Dylan. With the way the yellow flag came out, I'm not so sure Dylan didn't just park it to let RJ by. As far as 7th in the standings, still up for grabs. Dylan will hit the pit lane. Dylan will need to finish 4th, and Steven would have to not finish for Dylan to see 7th in the standings. Adrian trying to see 13th by just finishing it out today. And the rest comes out to Nathan and RJ for 3rd in the standings. Will Mal just continue to hold 3rd. Dylan will fit on a set of mediums, another set of mediums. A third of the way done here in Sao Paulo. It's been a crazy season to say the least. For what it's worth, it was not even an expected season. This kind of all came up out of nowhere.
Are we doing a season next year?
I don't know.
It's like I haven't gotten that far, homie.
Yeah, but as the game came out and crossplay was a big plus, the game seemed promising at launch. So it seemed. And enough hype behind it to bring it back, but a hard-fought 20 weeks. We've gotten to the point Reese's made it for 18 of the 20 of the 19 weeks done. He showed up to 17 and has finished no worse than second. He showed up to 18. The one he did not finish, he had taken an early, we'll call it a mechanical retirement in Belgium.
Technical.
Which led to Max's first career victory in the league. TK showed promise in what could have been a pretty good title fight, but soon started to lose a little touch and then ultimately fell away. Troy toughed it out for the long haul, but missed the opening couple rounds of the season, and then with work has missed the last couple rounds, and so that'll do it for Troy, as he has secured second in the standings through a valiant 16 race stretch where he was able to make it to 15 of the 16 races. No victory for Troy on the season, though. That was one he fought hard for. Canada, he felt was all but his, and then gave another couple good goes, like Japan. Just a good season on paper for Troy, but definitely a hard one to swallow. Mal made it through the first 11 races on the season before he got too popular and gained an entourage of league races to do and left us. Did show up, making a couple more starts, finished 5th at China, and a couple more DNFs to close out the season. As for Nate, I am pleasantly surprised One, Nate, you did so many races on the season. But also,
Yeah, I'm here.
brought a decent pace along the way. Just a finish tonight would secure a 5th place spot in the point standings. Do you seek out a finish tonight?
I don't know, man. There's so much oil.
The other end of that 3rd place point battle is RJ. Currently in the best position to do so. Steven's internet has taken the LOA.
Oh, did I get booted?
Yep.
Okay.
For RJ, he's there with Reese on the best attendance on the season, 19 of the 20 weeks. RJ missing only 1 race, that being Saudi Arabia. The 1 race that Reese missed, the 1 race that RJ came out and capitalized in Shanghai. For his first career EWRL F1 victory. Big slide there for Nathan.
Oh!
And the oil is catching in Adrian. For Steven tonight, he finds himself gaining his 2nd pole on the season. A rough season, especially at the front end. Tough going early. A lot of DNFs and misfortunes, but able to recover for the most part. In the second half, he'll find himself at a 7th place, 8th at worst spot in the point standings. Cause he made half the starts that Brian did on the season and has outscored Brian by 4 points. Take that with you for what that's worth. And then Dylan. Great to see Dylan back, man. I was not expecting a full F1 campaign out of Dylan. Missed 3 starts, 3 races there in the busy season, but tried mostly every week, and is gonna come out of this with a shitty finish. At worst, with a finish tonight, an 8th place spot in points. But has secured a top 10, even if he were to DNF. As Nathan hits the pit lane, he'll fit on a fresh set of mediums. And so Reese has a pit stop advantage over Steven. Then Adrian is at 3rd. RJ finds himself now in 4th, but on the fresher hards. And now Adrian hits the pit lane. We've now made it again to the north side of the halfway point. And softs for the Audi. We shall see how Adrian fares on the soft tires. He nearly puts it into the barrier on pit exit.
Don't say that.
Sorry, he just wanted to check to see how the barrier was doing there on pit exit.
Look safe.
Looks safe? Got it. Thank you for the safety inspection, sir. So soft tires, an interesting play. We'll see how it plays out here on the far side. But could be the necessary juice here in the middle to make something happen. And now Nathan will set the fastest lap of the night at a 1:11.872 on the mediums. Everyone has made a pit stop without, with the exception of the top two. Now the leader is in. It'll be fresh mediums for Reese. Steven hits the pit lane. And fresh mediums for Steven. So RJ will make that pass back into second. And Adrian will set the fastest lap at a 1:11.860, narrowly being out Nathan's lap. And so the battle on pit exit here, Steven finds himself now about 6 seconds back of RJ. And we'll go for RJ now, not only obviously to seek it out to the end, but to set the fastest lap somehow. One of these old cars, I imagine another set of tires would be in the future, but for RJ needs to get second and the fastest lap to tie third in the point standings. Reese finds himself 25 seconds up on the field, but from there on, everyone else a good 4 seconds in between one another. Dylan finds himself about 20 seconds back of Adrian. Reese will go ahead and join the fastest lap gang. He'll kind of shut that door. He'll weld it tight for 1:10.4. Just wanted to let everyone know that he was still here. So RJ hits the pit lane. And this is the move for RJ. He's probably gonna need a safety car or one of the craziest stints on a set of soft tires at Brazil ever if he's gonna get second and the fastest lap to close this one out. So RJ's gonna find himself a hefty gap behind Steven. This one's gonna be 18 seconds with 11 laps to go. It's gonna have to come out to about 1 3/4 second a lap. So there it is. The beds have been made. The tasks, the standards are set. And it's now the sprint to the end. 11 laps to go here from Brazil. Dylan has gone for the optimal strategy of full wets.
Hell yeah.
This,
I'm gonna be honest, I was just scrolling through the tires and it just, you know, I was like, oh, let's see what all the options were, and it just got stuck on wets because I was on that at the right moment.
this can only go horribly. But, these are about to be the quickest wets have been eviscerated in a while. No, he's made it one full time around. That's more than I would have anticipated on the full wet compound. This is the go here for RJ. This is the fastest lap point he is going for. And so coming across the stripe, RJ will not set the fastest lap there. Oh boy. Is it even doable? Did Reese set the bar way out there? See if RJ's able to gather any of that gap back up. Oh, Dylan.
Yeah, he was approaching me quick, so I wanted to just go ahead and let him
Oh, that was intentional?
Yeah, that was intentional. Didn't want to fuck him up.
Oh, that'll do it for the wet experiment. Speeding in the pit lane for good measure as well.
Yeah, might as well.
So it'll be fresh, soft
Yeah, it was-
tires for Dylan.
Yeah, I initially was going for medium when I put on the wet ones, but you know what? I decided.
Oh, well, you
might
had
as
it
well
set
go
to
soft.
W for Wumbo.
Yeah, I
Not
actually
M,
had it set for Wumbo. Damn, pit crew. Knew I should have fired the Ferrari.
You were looking for M, but you had it set to W. Oh, it's a common mistake.
It is a common mistake. I'm glad you realize that. Makes me feel better. Has anyone else ever put on the Wumbo?
Adrian
Anytime.
has. And Adrian has closed the gap to Nathan, and the battle for third is now alive and well.
Probably done every mistake in this game.
And Adrian scared Nathan off the track with his oil. And the rear wing is open for Adrian. The battle now. Here we go. Nathan feeling the pressure. Six laps to go. Adrian filling up the mirrors. He'll sit behind for now.
Hey Reese, how is it up in first place?
It's okay. Why?
I was just asking.
No. I'm trying to switch my fucking music. Spotify's not working.
He's those memes of how Max Verstappen is, and it's California girls while he's just blowing past all the AIs.
He heard it's fun up there, so he figured he'd ask how it is.
Oh, Nathan has gone lawn mowing a little off the track. Adrian has a big run side by side now for the third position. Adrian trying to drag with the DRS here. Trying to use a little bit of boost as well, side by side across the stripe. Adrian will have the nose heading into turn one. Nathan fights back on the inside through Vicenna S. Adrian clears, but now Nathan will have the DRS. Nathan still fighting to driver's left, and they'll be side by side once again. Now Nathan with the nose out in front into turn number 4. The battle now. This is. We find ourselves. Whoa! Big slide there.
Fucking oil.
Don't worry, I played Dirt Rally. Yeah, I've seen you play Dirt Rally. It didn't go too well. Hey man, I'm doing pretty well right now.
It was a lot of restarting.
Hey, there's no restart right now, bitch.
Big run up the hill. Nathan and Adrian going at it once again. Adrian with the DRS, looking drivers left. Now looking drivers right. Nathan with the Door closed there on entry. Adrian nearly going wide there. Big advantage now for Nathan through to Senna S. And Adrian's going to have to reel this gap back in. Now 4 laps to go in this battle. As Reese on the other side of the track takes 3 laps to go. This is an important battle here. If the results were to hold, Nathan would tie RJ in points. Nathan would need to hold this spot over Adrian without RJ closing the gap, which, unfortunately for Nathan, RJ is there. He's about 3 seconds back, and now 3 laps to go in these season-ending points position battles. Does Adrian have any more rubber left on the tires? A big bubble there for Nate. Adrian trying to go on through. They'll be side by side out of turn number 3. The rear wing opens up on Adrian's machine, and now oh, big bubble for Adrian. He slips up in his own oil. Nathan gets back up through the 3rd. Now here comes Adrian, backup drivers left side by side as they head up the hill here in Sector 2. Reese has taken 2 laps to go, but this battle for 3rd on the track, which is now potentially 4th in the standings. And a big slide from Adrian. And now as Adrian falls away from Nathan, Adrian's got to worry about RJ quickly closing the gap. For Nathan's sake, Nathan's going to try to root for Adrian here to stay in 4th. 2 laps to go here from Sao Paulo. Dylan will go 1 lap down on the far side as Reese will serve the final lap on the season. What has been an utterly dominant performance this season, en route to the 16th victory on the season. In 19 starts, 16 wins, 2 second place finishes, and 1 DNF. Should the rest of this lap hold, the title secured back about 6-7 races ago. And the battle for 3rd on the track still has 1 more time around. Nathan holds over Adrian and RJ in that fight. But out of turn 12 for the final time, and for the 16th time this season, Reese is going to dominate and win tonight here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Oh, he crossed the stripe. He was trying to do some donuts there, or at least give Dylan his lap back. But Dylan ended up crashing there. In the battle for 3rd.
I crashed across the start finish line. I hope it still says I finished.
Yeah, you just didn't finish the final lap because you got unlapped at the stripe. But yes, you did finish. You got 90%.
Wait, am I still 3rd in points?
Yes, you will be still
Let's
3rd in
go.
points. As out of turn number 12, Steven will finish 2nd, securing Mal a 3rd place finish in points. And now,
Good
for
shit,
Nathan to try to tie for 4th in points, Nathan will finish on the podium. It's the battle here to the stripe. Adrian barely hangs on over RJ. And so Adrian will finish 4th, RJ 5th, Nathan and RJ will tie for 4th in points
Heroic effort, boys.
in a wild last few laps there in the battle for 3rd on track, 4th on the point sheet. And just a crazy wild night here in Brazil. Season finale here.
Good battle, Nathan. That was fun.
Wow,
Since
wow,
it's the
wow.
last race, does that mean we all get interviews?
Why not? Dylan, why did you, or how did you feel out on the wet tires out there?
Man, you know, I told my pick crew to put the mediums on, but the transcript I sent them must have had Wumbo. So, it was a nice little experiment. The car was a bit tight, putting on those Wumbo tires, but they didn't completely blow out like I thought they would. So, that was pretty good. Other than that, didn't quite have the race I wanted to. Really didn't get a good feel for the racetrack, really. Uh, kind of hoped to get that podium this week, but our car was flat out slow, so that was quite unfortunate. But other than that, I think we had a pretty good season. Got 8th in points, I presume.
That's getting sorted out
Uh,
right now. Yeah, it should be.
So that's pretty nice. Goal was to get top 10 in points, so goal achieved. So pretty good season. And remember, don't remember. That's what I got to say about that.
Don't
And anyway,
remember.
uh, yeah, good season. Hope we do another one. And pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Well, Dylan, I really appreciate you joining us for most of the season. Again, making 17 races, much more than I personally thought you were gonna make.
Yeah,
And
my goal was to make all of them. Just got real in that late October, early November period.
right, and
So, hopefully, next season I can go for all 20 if there is another season.
right. Yeah, I'm grateful for you showing up most weeks and then actually trying and actually having a good time, and
Cars are
and
fun
yeah,
to drive.
and to see you improve over the season, it was a pretty cool feat as well. Well, congratulations then on 8th place in the point standings today. I know you didn't get that podium like you were trying to. You did get a couple, 3 4th place finishes en route to that search for a podium, but I'm sure it'll come soon enough for you, bro.
Thank you.
Looks like we have lost RJ, who does fall short of getting to Mal there in points.
Yeah,
But-
he's already in Fortnite, homie.
Oh yeah. Well, Adrian, nice of you to make a return. It's been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long races since.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Nonetheless, looks like you had a little bit of fun out there, Adrian. What you think in your return?
Yeah, I think other than the first lap spin, I think it's a fitting end to what the season has been for me. But yeah, it was really fun battling for the podium though with Nathan. It's probably the best battle I had in this game so far.
It looked like a blast. Y'all were all 3 of y'all were sliding.
It's definitely all of my oil from the Audi engine.
All the oil. Well, Adrian, in your 8 starts, you also got 4th 3 times in those 8 starts. Only 1 DNF on the season, but pointed in the other 7 races. So a good run for you for the most part this season in the rounds you did show up in.
Yep, thank you. Definitely an improvement from the first season.
Oh my
game.
goodness, that was that was something else. All right, Nathan, it's a podium tonight, and it's tied for 4th in the standings. I think RJ's gonna have the tiebreaker with the win at China, but still a top 5 spot in the points, Nathan. And a great season for you, man. I'm also thrilled that you decided to run most of the season, and yeah, you got yourself a few podiums. You got yourself a 2nd place finish at Australia, and looked like a fun little season for you, Nate.
Yeah, mama, we made it. We survived. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I survived every race. There's a lot of oil out there. You might need to fix that next season if we have another season. Someone's leaking it every week.
Sorry,
Not me. I'm just the one finding it. Apparently.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was gonna DNF every race, but here I am.
Actually, wow, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Nate, not a single DNF on the season. That's actually a pretty good feat. Even Reese had a DNF on the season, so.
Quite a rogue effort.
Nice.
I'm out here, man.
Yeah,
New
in
street.
14
I own these
starts.
streets.
Okay, let's not get to it. Reese owns he owns the whole boulevard.
In 14 starts, it was 6 podiums, and yeah, finished every race, Nate. I know you do, a bunch of co-ops, and it's been a fun game for you, but this season to actually see you come out and run the full league season. Well, run most of the league season, at least all you could. And get yourself a nice top 5 in points. Very happy for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Steven, you'll finish out tonight with a 2nd place finish. Not able to get that win, that elusive win you've been searching for, but able to secure 7th in the point standings tonight. A great run, your 2nd pole on the season. Really started to string it together there at the end. A little bit of a rough start to the season, a lot of bad luck and misfortune, but a turnaround after that first off week.
Yeah, that was terrible. Seemed like I kept losing my front wing and getting pit penalties for the first half of the freaking season. But I was glad to get a 2nd place finally. I'm actually on the podium for once.
Yeah, that's your 2nd podium on the season. Got one in Saudi Arabia as well. And then from there had a couple top 5s as well, with first one coming at Zandvoort. Had yourself about half your starts this season you top 5'd in, so a great improvement there from the beginning of the season to really rack him up there at the end. And yeah, it looks like you started to come to grips more with it. The internet maybe not helping you out a little bit, but come to grips
not at
more
all.
over the course of the season.
It's that desert internet, I'm telling you. We'd be out in the boonies out here. Okay, there ain't nothing. Got the wire hanger up on the TV and all that, This is the Wild West.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta search for that perfect angle.
And nonetheless, Steven, looks like a fun season for you tonight. Good run there. How was that battle there at the beginning of the race? The 6 or 7 laps it did last.
That was interesting. I think it was like I felt pretty comfortable, and then like lap 4 or 5. I can't remember what his name is, but Snakebite. He came across me out of turn 4 and came across my nose, and I lost a lot of momentum and kind of just stuck around after that and decided to hold back and see what happened.
Well, there you go, Steven. Congratulations then on the second place finish tonight, and then out a 7th place finish in the point standings.
Yes, sir.
And
Top 10.
Reese, I mean, dominant season of
Yo,
the.
homie, you need to chill.
Maybe,
Man's cheating, I swear to God.
maybe you played this game a little too much when it first came out, man. But of your 19 starts, only 1 DNF, and outside of that 1 DNF, a worse finish of 2nd. That 1 DNF out of your control wasn't even for an incident. Even crazier. You probably would have finished all these races with at least a top 2 finish, but 16 wins on the season, locked up the championship like 2 months ago. How about it, man? A great season.
Yeah. It was fun. It was it's crazy to think we're through 20 weeks here. I mean, I remember back in, I want to say it was August or even July when we
yep.
were in July, we were in Las Vegas and starting to Europe, and we had Hector there and everything like that. Yeah, season was, had a lot of ups and downs. Like performance wise, like, we started off the year pretty good, and then, we got into it with TK a couple times and just had some close battles. Not the right setup at Red Bull Ring, and then same with had a wet weather setup at Canada, and Troy had a dry one, and but just was persistent, consistent, stayed with it, didn't get discouraged. Well, not discouraged, but just kept
Pretty hard
kept
for you to
putting
get
along.
discouraged, man, to see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, try to be humble. It was, yeah. I mean, listen, I love the F1 leagues. They're a lot of fun. We should bring them back. I'm so down with the
With the inverse, that'd be fun.
yeah, the inverse with real tire. I would I mean, not gladly, but I will gladly drive the boat of the Haas car, or the boat of whatever it's probably Alfa Romeo. It's probably the worst car right now. I swear
Yeah.
what the game does, instead of just making the car power wise worse, they just
They just
don't
make the
turn.
handling worse.
Yeah, they just don't turn. So you just drop the brake bias like 3% and just slide every corner and just hope you make it. So yeah, it's basically how it works sadly. But yeah, want to do this again, obviously. Looking forward to it, hopefully, yeah. With the inverse real performance, it might get some more attraction to the league, or we'll have to figure out. Next time we definitely need Singapore in the schedule. Definitely need Singapore,
Yes.
but
Oh my goodness.
we will make all those adjustments next time. But yeah, I mean, great season, a lot of fun. Thank you as always, Emerson, for putting on a show and dealing with me every week. And yeah, I mean, I had a blast, and I honestly cannot believe it's been 20 weeks. Like I said, I remember when it was July, and here we are, December 12th. So time goes by fast when you're having fun. So that is for damn sure.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you showing up every week. You weren't watching the Lions speed up the Raiders.
Yeah, or as in Tennessee. Yep, yep. It was very sad too.
We were
I
all in
totally forgot.
Tennessee.
What was it? I missed 2 races. Oh, wait, did I miss another race?
No, you only missed one. We
Oh, I just died one race. Gotcha. Yeah.
didn't
gotcha.
even die. It was the game glitched. It retired you.
Yeah. I tried to get back in my car and it didn't work.
It was a valiant effort at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Reese, you have joined the champions list. We cut it a little close, but we were able to crown a champion in 2023. So we still keep up with the crowning one champion, at least one champion a year. I mean, I know we went a little crazy in 2018. As Mal picked up like 5 titles. But yeah, was a fun season. Glad that you all participated. And for you, Reese, congratulations on the dominance. And like to see how this would go Should we run it back?
Oh yeah, thank you, Emerson.
And so, what's been a fun 20? Let's call it 22 weeks. So 5 months, 6 months, 5.5 months. You know, I was a little skeptical to even, you know, really bring the league back. And it was a lot of fun for sure, especially in the mid portion. I mean, even here at the end, even with only 6 people, we had great battles there at the end. And that's what it's for, right? You know, for a great time. Obviously, if it was, you know, meant to be a little bit more serious, you know, would have been more buttoned up. Would have, but, you know, if it was more serious, if we wanted other people in here, we'd run it more seriously. We advertise it, but we're just here for a good time. We run it as is, and that's what we got. Great times this season. The game did not do us any favors, but we trudged through. Got a season done here before the end of December. And ran 20 F1 races. Brought our total Grand Prix count up to 132 races. We've won 24 of those, tied for second on the all-time wins list. We've now brought our all-time race tally up to 429. And race will bring it up to 30 wins total. They're sat second on the wins list. This season we added Max and RJ as first time winners on the season, and TK. Oh, actually, all three of them, TK, Max, and RJ, all became first time winners this season.
A
And
question just came to mind. So,
yeah.
when the next NASCAR game comes out, since it's going to be
Oh.
made by iRacing,
Oh,
assuming it's
God.
cross-platform, would we do a league on there?
Dude, I don't know if I don't know if I'm doing another league season. I mean, I want to, because I would like to, you know, at least to have 500 races ran. I have no idea what we're gonna run it on, man. We might just run it on iRacing, man. This game was ass. But we shall see. Not my proudest 70 whatever fucking dollars spent on this EA game.
So bad.
I mean, it's still miles better than whatever the fuck 704 games is, whatever the fuck they're putting out, whatever the fuck they're called, whatever Down Under fucking bankrupted Chapter 11 shitty ass, you know, barely a fucking business company put out every other year, because they even put one out this year.
You know,
this was miles better than that, but it was tough.
you know,
Yeah,
CEO is bad when for a
Touchdown.
tax invasion.
We put that touchdown up.
Have this to,
Mhm.
you know.
You just give me a sec. I'll be there.
I'm half convinced Motorsports Games was a pyramid scheme. Well, actually, 100%.
Yeah, it totally was.
But yeah, final points have been solidified. Wins list has been solidified. Champions list has been solidified, and yeah, it's been a great run. So I don't know what we're gonna do next. I don't know how likely it is. We'll see. At least F1 2023 again, but we'll gauge. We'll take a little break, enjoy the holidays, and we'll go from there.